December. For more on these unbeaten Steelers, we welcome in Adam Schefter. Pittsburgh does win the game, but suffers a significant loss on defense with linebacker Bud Dupree, who appeared to injure his knee in the second half. What are you hearing on the severity there?
Randy, from the moment he went down, you could tell that something wasn't right. And I think the Steelers believe that the early indications are that it's going to be a torn ACL, which will be a devastating blow to Bud Dupree personally and to the Steelers professionally as a team. Bud Dupree was a player who was their franchise player during the offseason, didn't sign a long-term deal, and now was hoping to become a free agent after this season when he was playing very well at a high level. And you see him go down and you see him get up, and you knew that it was bad because basically it was a non-contact injury. When a player goes down, reaches for his knee on a non-contact injury like that, usually the chances are it's not good. And in this particular case, the Steelers don't believe this is going to be a good injury. It looks like his season could well be over.
The next man up there is rookie Alex Highsmith. He's a third-round draft pick. Meanwhile, Dupree's the second defensive starter for the Steelers to go down with an ACL injury. They lost middle linebacker Devin Bush earlier in the year against the Browns. So the Steelers next play Monday afternoon against Washington. The Ravens get the Cowboys on Tuesday. What's the status of quarterback Lamar Jackson for that game, Adam?
The sense is, after testing positive last week on Thanksgiving, he should be back because he'll be past the 10-day waiting period. So provided that he continues to test negative, the Ravens then would be getting back their quarterback after having to play Wednesday afternoon at 3:40 with RG3 and Trace McSorley. But right now, Lamar Jackson is on track to return for next Tuesday's game against the Dallas Cowboys, assuming he continues to test negative, Randy.
All right, they need him. They've dropped 4 or 5. The Ravens are on the outside looking in to the playoffs right now. Speaking of, Adam going to be back in moments to talk about the possibility of a playoff bubble. Thank you, sir.
Thanks, Randy.
Randy, let's take a look at the AFC playoff picture. The Steelers and Chiefs each have commanding division leads, while the Titans and Bills are only a game in front. Ravens dropped to 6-5 and are now in danger of missing the playoffs. Here's RG3 on what the last 10 days have been like for the team.
First, I'd say, the guys showed a lot of grit, determination today. A lot of toughness being in the situation that we were in. The walkthroughs weren't like a normal practice by any stretch of the imagination. And to put on a display like we did against an undefeated team, there's no moral victories at all in this league, but I'm proud to be a Raven.
There's a lot of fight in this team. This team's fighters. They came into the fight. They're ready to roll. We're going to get a lot of guys healthy back. We're going to just build from here. This is just the beginning. So, we're ready to work.
It's all about trusting each other. And, everybody who played, these guys. So you pick one another up. And I think we show a lot of resilience and a lot of, will.
Here's the thing. Baltimore needed that win yesterday, but not all hope is lost. The Ravens with one of the easiest schedules in the NFL to close out the season. ESPN's Football Power Index giving the Ravens a 29% chance of winning out and a 77% chance of making the playoffs. Coming up, the epic endings you need to see. We have fantastic finishes from football and college hoops ahead. Plus, superstars swap places, but how will Russell Westbrook and John Wall fit in their new homes? We're going to break down 2 of the best creators in